Hello. We are Character Trash. I am Mackenzie.
She's Mackenzie.
And we are gonna do something a little different. She does not know or participate or give a shit or care about Final Fantasy.
I find it deeply irritating, actually.
Finds it deeply irritating, actually. So what we're gonna do is, since she has no knowledge on the subject, we are going to ask a couple questions, present her with the characters, and see if she can come up with a little bit about who they are, what they do, the whole shebang. We'll see how well you know these people from me talking about it.
I told you to create them.
Number 1, we have Cloud Strife. Tell me a little bit about Cloud.
First of all, I know a little bit about Cloud, okay, but that's not a name, that is a boy band.
Give me a little of his backstory.
Well, first of all, he dyes his hair. Cloud has nothing to live for. He needs the drama, but I mean like, it's like, oh my god, I'm a Leo kind of drama to get through. But he's not one, but he likes to be one. I mean, the size of his sword really makes me question the size of his wanker.
Gay, straight, what's his sexual life like?
Soft gay. Seems to be a soft gay. He might not know it yet. I don't know. It's really not on me to say. God, I hate his shirt. I'll tell you that right now. Looks like an accident. It looks like he The sweater thing annoys me on him, and it's weird because I really like it on some characters, but I hate it on him. On him, it makes me feel like, you know what, it's not the sweater, it's what he's done to the sweater thing. This is nice, and it's like I'm a soft gay boy who really is protecting myself with all this goth. But then he goes and really overprotects himself and pulls on this faux leather bullshit and then forgot to decorate his other arm. Okay, anyway, that's nothing to do with sexuality. So he's a soft gay. That's the answer. A soft gay who needs a flamboyant gay to fucking dress him.
What would Cloud do on a Friday night?
We've established that he dyes his hair. Next.
What does he do for a career?
Do you want me to guess for real or just interpret
Whatever you want.
what he looks like? I'll tell you, still, he's giving me severe boy band vibes, but I know that's not in the game. He's the character who thinks he's super dark but is super soft and is always chasing after friends who don't need him. I don't know what his job is, but that is his role.
So this is Tifa. Tell me, just
I don't remember anything about Tifa at all.
first impressions of Tifa then.
Hot. Gosh, I'm so torn. Are you hardcore or are you gentle baby with good hair? Like, that line in anime is so... Okay, the outfit though. She must tread that line of both. First of all, these older images of her are mad sexist.
I know.
Like, Jesus, take the wheel. What does she do, like, for a living or her
Yeah,
role in the
what does she
game?
do?
She's giving me weird vibes. Like, are you a florist or a bartender? I don't... She, like, looks tough, but also like, hey, guys.
You actually got it right. She's a bartender.
Oh!
Sexuality?
I think she thinks she's into guys. I'm getting, like, more social than she thinks she is. Because she doesn't seem standoffish, maybe shy. Like, approachable but shy is what I'm getting. And maybe we'll, I hate to say tell it like it is, because she doesn't appear blunt to me. Her eyes are pretty shiny. She more appears, like, truthful. Like, well, you know, think that through maybe, bro. That was me. Sorry, that was too blunt from what I'm getting. Maybe you should make a decision. That's what I mean. Is that clear?
Sure.
Get it clear now.
Oh, what does Tifa do on a Friday night?
Probably bartend. It's a Friday night. She's gonna make a lot of dough. If she didn't have to work.
Yeah.
Rides her motorcycle, cause hardcore, to watch a sunset, cause soft girl. That's like, that's so weird. I don't know.
Does she have a relationship with anyone in the game? I forgot to ask this with Cloud and I meant to.
Okay. Right off the bat, this is what I'm getting, and I don't know. But what I'm getting immediately is she did and they died.
Next we've got Aerith.
Sadly, we do.
First impression.
God, no. God, no. Get it out of my sight. No. Ugh.
And the reasoning.
So many things. So many fucking things. I hate her. First of all, I know what she sounds like. I'd rather hang myself in every puppy. Nobody over the age of 7 should sound 7. I hate that. But other than that, I also hate everything about her and who she is as a person, from what I can tell. You do you, but I'm gonna do it over here. Because she seems so abrasively girly to me. Like, everything she says, she's not sure about. That's how she comes across. Maybe I'm dumb. We'll never know.
Sexual preference.
Maybe she's sexually attracted to bubbles. And cupcakes. here's what, and I know just a tiny, literally barely anything. I think that from what I know, more people like her than they should. I also think that realistically, nobody would hopefully date that without some emotional maturing first. That's the way I'm gonna answer that. Maybe we'd say one sentence that we're sure of. Once! Instead of like, I don't know, flowers.
Okay, well, let's scooch.
Yeah.
What you've seen here is
Turning me into a villain, I know.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Yeah, everybody loves her.
She's
I can tell.
a little bit more mature there.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Wow, way better.
Yeah.
Ask me questions about that. I'll look better. I feel like she's hardened a little, which I respect. Or focused up, or something. Same personality maybe, but knows how to finish a sentence in a period. So like, do you think it is a flower? Maybe she's like, I like flowers. I can respect that. Cupcakes. She's head to toe pedal. They weren't subtle. She's constantly like, I have a bundle of flowers. Like she's either the worst human ever created, or hopefully that's her occupation. So I think dumb girl on a Friday night loses her wallet like 13 times, and a bunch of men who shouldn't be into her but are also stupid are like, I found your wallet! Oh. And she's like, oh god, and loses it again. This version, the more like sobered, mature, seems like maybe she's got some pinpointed, focused energy a little bit. Sorry, it's like just a minor improvement. I feel like she goes to the same places and just loses her wallet less. I can't. I love this guy. We'd be bros. Okay.
This is Barrett.
Fucking idiot. First of all, change your name, but then we're gonna hang out Barrett. Okay, so I like him. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he's darker than I think. It's honestly hard to tell with sunglasses on. Does he always have them on?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna get anything from this man. But maybe he's darker than I can read, because that. But he strikes me as almost a hardened Hopper type. You know what I'm saying? Like, mean, and like, yeah, he actually is. But he actually is, though. This guy's meaner than Hopper. I think he's just meat. In a non-sexual way, just like, hello, I am the brutality of the game.
His job.
The brutality of the game. I think maybe he like works in a chop shop. Strikes me as that kind of a man. Fine with it.
Does he have a relationship with anyone in the game? And when I say this, it can be platonic. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic.
Well, I think it's maybe vehicular. I think he probably really loves some mode of transportation. Are you giggling because I'm really wrong or really right? I think he's kind of quiet. But when he talks, he's probably like... Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know those aren't words.
What does Barrett do on a Friday night?
Chop shop. I think he's a simple man. I think he likes his cars and the occasional brutality.
This is Zack. Fair.
I just realized something really huge.
What?
Cloud wants to be Zack when he grows up.
Oh, really?
Am I wrong? Because this is the same outfit, only Zack remembered both shoulders. He has the same fucking outfit, but a bigger sword. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I just can't even handle the fact that there's matching outfits involved. That had better be a military uniform. Although, should it be? Because sweater vests. It's not a vest, but it covers my neck. It's cloth. But okay. And all of this is going arteries. Just. I think he seems kind dumb. Not the kind of dumb you wish would get smarter. Like, you're dumb, but you're sweet, and you could be smart, but you're better off being kind. That's my first impression of him. I think he would annoy me. But not in a way where I wouldn't actually hang out around him. Like, we're friends, but I tell you, you're annoying. Do something mean. Isn't he into Aerith for some godforsaken reason?
Yeah.
There's your answer. Can I explain it? No. I can't explain it. I can explain everything. It's how I'm made. Are you too, right? Okay. Since I know already, I'm just gonna break down why.
That's fine.
He's into her because there's 2 women in the whole game, and the other one scares him. Next question. I think he's a soldier. I know a little bit about him, actually, and I don't even know why, but he's a soldier. On first impressions, I actually get soldier, so it's fine. I don't know if he also started out in the boy band and decided it was time to be a soldier. What if I'm wrong? I know he's a soldier. He makes pizzas. Okay.
On his sword.
I'll go to that point. Just also, that's when he puts the, you know, what is that called? When they put it in the oven with that
I don't know,
thing?
but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think he's with Aerith. Unfortunately, I'm boring because I know about him. Maybe too little, too late. Like they liked each other, or he liked her, but she was too dumb to know what up or down was. Yeah, and by the time she was like, oh, up is down, then he was dead. Because I know he dies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Strikes me as that kind of guy because he's kind and dumb, which means I'll sacrifice myself even though I totally could have survived.
He was wearing a sweater, so.
Yeah, exactly. If that had been armor.
Okay.
And pleather.
Yeah.
The army needs better funding.
What does Zack do on a Friday night?
Justice. Probably go to the bar and drink milk and talk about the girl who's an idiot when the best one's serving him milk. I like him, but God, he needs some gray areas. That's how he strikes me. I need a few more gray areas, my man. Drink a beer. Take someone you shouldn't. Are we recording now? Okay, because him and Cloud go to the same hair salon. But Cloud should ask for his stylist. So I like that he's actually fucking protected. I dig that. We rolled out of bed and made a good choice. Oh, he's really protected. He's got a big old belt over his dongle. Okay. His sword looks like my sword. I like him. I think he's probably a dick, but I love it. Okay, I like, let's hang out. Commit crimes. That's how I'm feeling about him. Ask me something. I'm getting carried away.
Oh, this is Sephiroth, by the way.
I know that there's a song where it sounds like he's Sephiroth. I don't know how it goes. I just know it sounds like it's singing his name a lot.
It does. You're right.
Gosh, that really is my sword. I have to get it. They need to see.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I mean, that's fair. Lift it long ways.
It's super rusty. Don't yell at me. I gotta clean it.
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's the same fucking sword. Okay, so I think he looks cooler than he is. It's unfortunate. This is what I'm getting now. I think that he's probably got one of those voices you fucking hate. That's just the impression that I'm getting because I know how these games work. Like, he looks great, but he talks like a fucking Muppet. I think he's, you know, the 1%. Super rich and so great at stuff, but really you're just given everything. Now I'm a little confused. As well protected as he is, he's got a peephole.
Yeah.
It's almost like, don't kill me this way, kill me this way. This is how I want to go. I just think maybe the personality is bland and entitled.
I mean, fair.
I wish he was as cool as he looks though. Is he? Don't tell me yet. I think maybe he's a model for L'Oreal, but he thinks he can do better. Pantene, maybe. Such a downgrade.
Sexual preference.
Probably mirror. You know, like he's so into himself that he forgot he had genitals.
Does he have a relationship with anybody else in the game?
The mirror we've established. I think the mirror, maybe the sword. He seems really attached to it. Clearly his hair. But I think sexuality's out for him. I think it's me, you know.
What does he do on a Friday night?
My God. I think he doesn't register Friday night because he's clearly never lifted a finger to work. So probably on a Friday night he does what he does every night, which is like sit on a throne he bought himself on Amazon and had a bunch of unpaid ghouls bring in, I don't know, and pretend to be Joffrey. Yes, Nero. Like that. That was the Queen of England, but Charles. Idiot.
This is President Shinra.
Okay. Biting my instincts on this one. Man, he's terrible, but I'm drawn to him. He's awful, I can tell, because he's got a cigar and it's an anime. He's gotta be a fucking monster. But he just seems like one of those monsters who would deceive you into being cute and nice and little grandpa boy. So for a minute, I would want to be like, let me pretend you are good. And then I would be like, stab. I don't have a lot on him other than he seems quintessential. That cigared, mustachioed Probably white man, I don't know.
What's his personality type? Walking into a room.
Radigan.
What?
I don't feel like he's that important. I mean, we only got one doodle. So he must not do much. He must die early if there's just like a doodle floating out there. Like, I guess this is what that guy looks like. So maybe he doesn't really show much. The guy everyone talks about is the big bad problem, but he isn't. Or maybe he was. I don't know. He's the president. So he sits there and tweets a lot. Hello. Yes.
First impressions.
Trying to figure out how he's like really so beat up and also his hair is really well done. He just like parted it over the bandage. He cares about himself. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think people hate him for it. I think the way he loves himself affects the world. I don't know anything about him, but he definitely strikes me as a liar and a Slytherin, and God bless that. I think he's dead inside, but like in a really great way that I would be really okay with. I do. I think he's almost like a even more dead inside, less actually angsty CL Phantom Hive, who maybe hasn't actually been through that much. They just are a spoiled brat. I'm just human chess piece is kind of what we talked about. Like, he seems to me to be so me. Cold and strategic and maybe charming when we feel like it, because we can, because we're cold and strategic. But not like the end of the world, not a bad person. Maybe he might be a little more morally neutral than me though, even. So dead inside that maybe we only look out for number one and don't even care about that. It's just a fucking response by this point. I don't think it's gonna be addressed, but I think him and the bartender would go very well, and I'd be okay with it. He doesn't strike me as a guy who knows how to have any fun and who loves it. Not a lot of ugly people in this game. It's like if cement tried to have a personality. It does a lot of good, and it's very strong. We need it, but there's not a ton going on there. So accurate. I'm a little concrete. That's it.
Sexual preference.
Clipboards? Good earrings. My sexual preference is those earrings. I don't think he knows how to not clipboard, and that's okay. I think he might be ace. He needs a vacation to figure that out. Am I ace or am I obsessed with my work? I don't know. He's work sexual. Continue.
What is his job?
His world. I don't know his job. Glorified administrative assistant, telling people what to do and what not to do. So administrative assistant / the company's publicist. I don't know.
What does he do on a Friday night?
Fucking work. That's it.
Do tell us about Elena. First impressions.
Once upon a time, that person on the other side of the camera forced me at gunpoint to cosplay Elena, and I, despite believing that she is nothing like me, killed it. I think she's a soft girl in a way I really appreciate. I think she's intelligent and she knows what she's doing, and God, nobody else around her does. But she seems to be mostly like really kind and really gentle about it until she needs to be like, swear to God, don't make me pull out the teeth. But I think her teeth are kind of like thump. And that's enough. I think she's the kind of person who's maybe very romantic but has never like gotten the chance to explore it and never thought about it. And so maybe if the right person came along, she'd be like, wait a minute, maybe I have feelings. And then she probably has a lot of them, and that's good for her. I think she's fairly like quiet and professional, maybe doesn't get into a whole lot of personal stuff until somebody, I just think she doesn't think to feel things, maybe because of a circumstantial thing more than personality. So I think if somebody asked her a non-professional question, she'd be like, oh, and then like have some pretty good answers. But I think mellow maybe is what I would describe. Not exactly shy, just maybe concentrated and mellow and sweet. I think maybe a sweet person. She's into suits, she's a Turk, right?
Yeah, which means she does what?
Oh, fuck. Paperwork? With dreams of grandeur? I don't know. How have I never asked that question? You don't shut up about it. That's why I haven't asked that question. I knew it'd get answered for a long, long time. Instead of like, oh, they're like the FBI. You're like, once upon a goddamn time. Buckle in. I have no fucking clue what they do.
All this time.
I'm like, my brain's turning to glass and just shattering.
All
like,
this
like
time.
A opera singer lives in my ear.
Yeah, it's
Let
great.
me ponder. I gotta ponder. I gotta think of what I know. I only know your bullshit. Which was fantasy. I know it had nothing to do with it. Like, I think This is what Reno does on a daily basis.
I'm feeling like maybe they're FBI-esque.
Only perhaps better organized. Maybe a little less proactive though. They don't seem like door-to-door, do it right kind of people. They don't seem even that just. I don't know, maybe they're like pawns who think they're fancy. Like really soft core KGB. I don't know. She doesn't actually strike me as a very sexual person. I think she's maybe, like I said, what is it when you have a disease? Dormant. I think she's a dormant romantic, but I don't know that she's all that sexual. She seems very like soft and like more like cuddles and slippers. Did you just want her to be with Reno or is she with Reno?
That's up to you.
You had dreams. She's not with anybody, you're full of shit. I picture her as somebody who like does things that sound like things that people do that are fun, like, I'll go to a bar and like still brings the book. You know what I mean? Like, I'll do what you guys are doing while not paying attention and still kind of working.
All right.
Stop.
Stop laughing.
I'm so sorry. Get me water. I'm thirsty.
This is, you are thirsty. So this is Reno.
I see him. A lot of him. Heard of a button or a zipper? Or just like a full shirt?
First impression.
That man needs Jesus. you're like wheezing. I said 3 words and you're like, ah! I think he's the worst. And I love it. I don't love it. I'm fine with it. He's fine. So, God, he's the guy that's like, everything. He's like, yeah, I invented Oreo, but he's making money on it. Yeah, I built a helicopter once, but I'm not making any money on it. He doesn't do a lot, but he talks a lot. He thinks he's great on the outside, but on the inside, he knows he's trash. That's what's hot about it. The trash on the inside. Does he sleep in the goggles? He doesn't use them. Does he just enjoy rings on his forehead at the end of the day?
Sexual preference. Anything goes.
Anything goes. Whatever. I think he's just like, he's into me. I'm into me. We have so much in common.
Does he have a relationship with anyone else in the game?
He'd need a lot of help to get there. Or he'd need someone who needs more help than him that makes him feel comfortable. So, I hope not.
His job.
Doesn't do it. Who cares? I can tell you that right now. There's one picture, and you know what he's doing? Wearing his uniform all wrong. Really well, but all wrong. And clearly rocking some bullshit thing. I don't even know what that is. Looks like a toy lightsaber that's been duct taped with silver.
It's basically...
He made it and named it, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And then he calls himself that in bed. So he's not working, and I don't care what he does because he doesn't either. I think maybe he like steals breadsticks from passersby and then pawns the basket for money, even though he could just work. The way you're laughing tells me I'm right.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because you're like embarrassed about who you are as a person.
What is Reno doing on Friday night?
Same thing he does every day of the week. He's a fucking deadbeat. Except maybe he's drunker on Friday. And I think on Friday, I don't know why I perceive him to be this guy, but I still think he like, on Friday suddenly tries to pretend he's professional and he's worked really hard all week. Like, God, I need to unwind and steal some breadsticks. I need a night off from all that not working.
This is rude.
He doesn't seem so rude. You know, he strikes me as boring. Takes himself very seriously, like in terms of physicality, but I'm tough. But also it's like, alright. I don't think any of this happens out loud. I just think his internal world is like constantly going and outside it's like crickets. I think he's a guy who nods. Maybe it's because he looks like a bouncer. That's what it is. He looks like a bouncer. I don't think he says a lot. I think he's just like... I think he's straight. Strikes me as a straight man. Not a bad way, though. Not one of the bad ones. I think he's probably got a rich roleplay life. I really just think he's maybe the bouncer of Shinra. Be the guy who nods at annoying people. Like, cross the street now. Cross the street. Safe. Stop traffic. I guess he's a cop. He's a beat cop. He's the kind of person who pretends he sleeps around and just like lets the room like, oh, what were you doing on Friday? And he's just kind of like, but maybe if he actually has a relationship, he just keeps it really private. Like he's married, but he likes to be like a soft boy at home. Son of the girl.
This is Yuffie.
Yuffie? First impressions, maybe won't have a shitty voice. She looks like she might have like a human voice. Like a, let's go to war. Not like that, because I don't have a human voice. I sound like just a cigarette. Let me tell you the trait. I don't know. Like, I can't really get anything other than kind of a Lost Boy vibe, which I love. What I'm instantly drawn to that I fucking respect is the weapon has like binding on it, like it's been broken. So I think scrappy to herself, but also like internally to herself, but does well in a team maybe. I love this like armband thing. Like I don't know, it just gives me vibes of like, oh yeah, I got cut there once and had to stop the blood, and then I thought it looked cool and I left it. Which respect. I'm loving how heavy this thing must be. Like there's gonna be some upper body kind of strength shit involved that I really like. I'm thinking she does a lot of low stance fighting because she doesn't have a lot of lower body stuff, and so normally I don't think that means kicking in video games. I think it must mean like ha. Did you like that? Ha!
Does she have a relationship with anyone in the game, platonic or otherwise?
I don't know, she strikes me as the kind of person who maybe comes into it without friends and grows along the way. Maybe her and Reno could do it. Also, I'm struggling with these questions because I can't tell if she looks super young or not. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's a kid. Can't tell. I don't know, she seems like kind of a nomad. I would say more of like a Lost Boy. Like I said, you're not like a merc, you're not out for a specific thing, cold and da-da-da. I think she just maybe is Aladdin. I do what I need to survive, I take what I need to live. I think she sleeps in a tree and eats the breadsticks she stole from the guy who stole the breadsticks originally.
This is Sid.
He's a mistake. God's first mistake was Sid. Jesus, what is this goggles bull?
It's
You better be a welder, like... Okay, he's wearing gloves, maybe he is a welder. I hate him, I can tell you that right now. He is gay and does not know it. And he is brutally opposed to it. That fact makes him a meathead. He's holding himself back. Feeling like if this idiot has the same thing as the cool girl, maybe she's not so cool. Maybe they suck. He's either wearing oven mitts or welding gloves. Now it's an anime, so maybe he just woke up and thought, this'll look good with a blue tee. I'm gonna go with like welder. I'm gonna go with welder. Now I'm scared he's dating the girl that I like and they're terrible. What's her name?
Yuffie.
Yuffie and Heafy.
This is Red 13.
No, that's my new best friend. It's so Kovu.
Yeah.
But like really not. Well, I'm seeing 13 on its arm.
Yeah. Red 13 is his name.
Red 13. Okay, well that's something else. Who puts its bracelets on? Because it doesn't have arms. Oh, it has arms. I love them. First of all. I don't care if they're good, bad, a nightmare. I'm on their team. I mean, obviously, like, it seems like a little hothead to me. Like a little.
Does he have a relationship with anybody in the game?
I think I couldn't possibly comment. Maybe Sung. I don't want to disrespect the lion guy. Their team might be Team Sephiroth. Might be a baddie. I'm going with that. I don't know about like relationship, but I'm going with Team Sephi. Rothy. Roth IRA. Is it a spy maybe? Maybe it acts as kind of a spy. Like a brutality spy that's maybe less spy and more like gets around and bullies people and then goes to other people and bullies those people. Like Lion Mafia maybe, I don't know.
Did pretty good. A lot of them you nailed. And some of them were real wrong, but they were entertaining as hell. Are you gonna play this game?
No. God, no.
Are you gonna watch me play this game?
Occasionally, with the characters I like. Do you want me to bullshit for YouTube? Yeah!
No.
Yeah! Semi-occasional watching of you play it, but it's too brutal to get through some of those characters. I would kill Aerith myself. I'd claw my way into the game, rip out her larynx, and walk away.
Alright. Good closing words. Thank you.
No! No, I'm okay with it. I just had to approve of it. I'm like, did it sound as I... Yeah, it's accurate. Go ahead.
Thank you for playing this game. It's been a delight.
I am a delight.
Bye! That's what I was trying to do. Bye!